I'm a proud Greek, proud African Greek. I come from a Greek community. I went to a Greek school, nursery school to matric. I've got a lot of Greek friends. The Greeks were very prevalent in my army, my support base. And now there's just everyone join, from my fight team's fans, from Costa's fans, from everyone. Greek, non-Greek, anyone, they're part of Costa's army. They'll see them in the Greek colors. They're there to get behind me and to just, you know, and for me, it pushes me through.
The Greek army is in the big top arena and they want to see their champion.
When I heard my army start chanting my name, it takes me to another level completely. I've been in the MMA game for quite some time. In Africa, there were never really top flight, professional, you know, clean-cut organizations, so I wasn't really interested in so much the competing. I was more in coaching and the training. I loved it. And when I saw UFC Africa put on the show that they did and the professionalism and that, I had to get involved. So I competed in the 3rd UFC Africa, and the rest is history. I've just been going for it.
Costa dominating early on, landing some good news. Big elbows. Huge elbows. And BRENDON might be in trouble here. Costa is unloading.
The guys at EFC had heard about me and had seen me, and it was a matter of getting together with them, showing them what I could do, a few meetings, and I was in. And what also helped me was he was probably one of the top lightweights in Africa at the moment, BRENDON KATZ. And he didn't like me, I didn't really like him, and it was an easy fight to put on.
He came out of nowhere, if you could say that, on the MMA scene. He was kind of an underground legend, you know, where people would often tell us stories about this guy Costa, and they train with him and he's amazing and we have to see him, but he never had any fights before, never had any amateur fights, never had any pro fights. Eventually we got to go see this guy training, and you know, we could see he's the real thing. Put him in his first fight. He was fighting a guy who was undefeated at the time, top rated, and Costa destroyed him. And then destroyed his next opponent, another ex-champion, and then fought for the EFC title and destroyed the current champion. And you know, he's just demolished everyone.
EFC Africa lightweight champion, Costa
I'd always had a passion for boxing. I loved boxing. I wanted to box. And the guy I landed up finding here in South Africa was Rodney King, who's one of the best stand-up coaches. He's an MMA coach under Crazy Monkey Defense, and I jumped straight into MMA, and I absolutely loved it. My coach Rodney King also has a very mental game, spiritual side to it, which luckily I was very involved in before I decided to compete. It can be very detrimental mentally. Luckily, with the spiritual backing and the mental backing that I've got from all the people I'm around, I've been able to handle it and keep going with it. They may be drawn more from, say, like the Buddhist type of stuff, about the type of person you should be. The honest, humble, caring type of person. Try to look for the best in people. So even like, say I'm meeting anyone, whoever it might be, you know, someone on the side of the road, I try to take them as, are they a good person or are they a bad person, regardless of what they're doing. How have they got a good heart? A lot of people look at some of the people that are around me and question them. I know they're good hearts. They'll be there for me when I really need them, and that for me, as a training partner, as a person, that's who I aspire to be. I try to be a good person.
He's got a big heart, you know, he cares about a lot of people, family, friends. The thing with Costa, if he's your mate, he's really your mate, and he'll do anything, you know, to help you if you need it. And yeah, I mean, everyone loves Costa. just because of his classic personality.
If I can help people, that's one of the biggest things that MMA has done for me, is that it's put me in Africa, in the spotlight from EFC, that I can help so many people, especially kids, and that, like, I've been doing a lot of anti-bullying stuff, not so much from physical bullying, but emotional bullying, and just sitting and talking to the kids and being able to be approached by different people. I feel I make a difference, or at least I've put myself in a position that I can help a lot of people. With EFC, as an international audience, you guys can see, if you look at the production quality, the quality of most of the main card fights especially, it's taking complete athletes from the complete continent. So you've got a very big pool of really quality, men.
Potential.
Oh, wow. Big overhand shot landed by right, but Dino acknowledging it.
Right now we contract athletes from across the continent, but it's our vision to actually host live events across the continent as well.
Through Africa, which we haven't really seen in EFC yet, that'll come, there'll be like really good different type of wrestlers. We were talking in the gym the other day about the Senegalese wrestlers. They are monstrous people. They really are, and it's a really tough sport. So I think slowly but surely you're going to start seeing different elements of that coming into EFC to make fighters different. That will change MMA. I think in the beginning in Africa, and then it'll go into internationally. It'll be it's a new flavor.
I mean, there's again the different pockets of martial arts across the continent, and in Senegal, the wrestling is obviously massive. It's a national sport there, so we've got quite a few guys contacting us, and again, I mean, we literally get 3 applications a day from Africa to compete at our show, and it's just managing those expectations and getting the guys, look, your wrestling is strong, we need you to have a stand-up game before you can compete at this level, and getting the guys back, and literally a year later they come back to us and they've been training Muay Thai, and they've got a good striking element to their to their game as well. So we're really getting complete martial artists coming out of these guys, but there's definitely picking up on the different strong points where the different regions are, where they have a background in different martial arts, and putting that forward.
Nice right hook that time.
It's all over.
He's taking shot after shot. Referee Pino steps in. Wenzel gets off. It's in. That is in.
This is trouble. This is big trouble for now. Costa Ioannou.
I try to pick up bits and pieces from everyone. Last year, I was fortunate enough, a sponsor, my main sponsor, helped me. I went across to TriStar in Montreal. Got to train with a lot of the guys, trained with like George St. Pierre, Rory McDonald, quite a few of the really, really good guys. I already, for example, looked up to, say, GSP, not from the point of view that people think, not because he's winning, not because of his talent. I mean, he's very talented, but his skill set. You know what he's going to do, and he can do it every single time. Looking up at a guy like that, and then going to train with him and seeing what a nice guy he was. He'd be finished what he's supposed to be doing, and I'd be still working on something. He'll get up. He didn't even know who I am or anything. He'd come up to me, hey, can I help you? Why don't you try this? For me, I don't look at an athlete as maybe obviously how good he is helps, but how he is as a person. The people that are involved in the sport, the quality of person, and their athletic ability, and how hard they work, is mind-blowing. Our sport, MMA, I found really it strips you completely bare. You can't be a liar. You have to be an honest, hard-working person, and those are the people that really do well, and it's evident in the people I aspire to.